Hello, everybody, and welcome to our yoga session. And we're going to explore in this next hour or so, a bit less than an hour, how we can overcome and work with fear. And of course, when we talk about fear, we're also talking about anxiety and worry. And there are lots of yoga tools that we can use to really help us. So first of all, I invite you to come to sitting if you're okay with sitting. We will be coming to lying soon. But if you need to lie down straight away, then that's fine. And also, please remember that you don't have to keep looking at the screen if you find that tiring. And it's fine just to listen to my voice. And anything that we are doing, if it doesn't feel right for you, then do what feels right for your body rather than for what I'm saying. So it's all about you and your agency. I'm just here to help gently guide you. So with that said, I'd like to invite you to sit comfortably or lie if you're lying already, and to close your eyes. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about fear and how we can see it in a way that can make it easier to work with. So just take a moment or two to come into your body. And maybe become aware of your feet on the floor or your support. And your hips on your support. And if you can, drop your awareness into your heart. So I want to start by talking just a little bit about fear so we can put it into perspective. So the first thing is to be aware of when we are feeling afraid or anxious or worried, because it's the awareness that usually our stress response is triggered. It's that awareness that helps us to maybe take action to bring us back to the present moment. Because the most important thing to know is that fear is always future orientated. And that unless we're in the middle of something, which is unlikely, you wouldn't be here now, for example, if you were, at this moment, you are okay. So just reassure yourself that in this moment, I am here and I'm okay. And I just want to read you a little bit from my last book, Yoga Therapy for Stress, Burnout and Chronic Fatigue Syndrome, because I'd actually written something about fear, which I'd forgotten that I'd written. And I thought that this would be helpful just to read. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm always aware that if you have ME or long COVID or chronic fatigue, listening to somebody talking can be tiring. But I thought this would be helpful for us to start. So what I said is that fear is a collection of thoughts that can't actually hurt us unless we believe them, even though some of the physical sensations associated with them are not pleasant. But that is what they are, sensations. Fear is usually future orientated and takes us away from the present moment. It's important not to add to any thinking around fear, because that's how we get trapped into a story. And you can apply this to any sensation. So what we do, and what we'll be doing later, is to breathe slowly through the nose to counteract the stress response, but also to step back from thinking before it builds up into a scary story. And we feel spaciousness around what is happening. We stay as present as we can, just feeling the sensations in our body. If we ruminate over negative things such as self-criticism, stress, and illness, our brains will build biological structures to support this. However, zooming in on love, gratitude, and self-acceptance helps to remold our neural wiring to reinforce more positive concepts. The Yoga Sutras remind us that it's important to choose a nourishing focus, both for meditation and in life, because ultimately the world is how we see it. So it's really sensible not to fixate on what is wrong, but to orientate instead to what is nourishing. If we see the world as beautiful and friendly, focusing on something such as nature, that is how it is. Likewise, if we focus only on life as hostile and ourselves as a victim, we build our neurons in our brain up, so that becomes true for us. The mind has the potential, if we encourage it, to be peaceful, happy, and full of gratitude for what we have. It's helpful to think of our minds as being like a garden in which we can place beautiful things. This may take time, but eventually we can build a comforting and safe mental sanctuary. So in yoga, we can pacify fear and anxiety with tools such as mantra, breathing, and visualizing something nourishing to focus on. And we also help to build resilience by bringing in a deeper connection to our heart center, because the heart is our place of love and courage. So I hope you found those words helpful. And with that in mind, we're now going to bring our awareness to our practice. So again, I invite you to come back, if you can, to the body. And to start by observing how you are in this moment. And notice if there's any areas where you do feel stress or tension or anxiety. And maybe you might like to bring your hands there. So it might be butterflies in the tummy, fluttering in the heart, tight shoulders, or maybe you don't feel that at all, but just bring your awareness there. And as you inhale, have a sense of breathing in compassion to these sensations. And as you exhale, feel that you are letting go. And then I'd like to invite you to make your out breath, your exhalation, slightly longer than the in breath, because this helps to calm the whole system down. This helps to, in terms of science, engage the parasympathetics. In terms of yoga, it brings in the energy of Apana, which is about letting go. And I'll just say one more thing about fear, which is that there's external fear, fear of what's going on in the world, but there's also internal fear. And very often we become afraid of our symptoms. And I've been reminded of this recently because I've just been through a bout of COVID, which lasted a couple of months. And it's so easy to go into fear in the mind. But actually, we don't know what the future is going to bring. So it's so much more helpful to befriend our body and come back to the present moment. So as you focus on a longer exhalation, see on the inhalation if you can bring in the idea of compassion and friendliness to whatever you're feeling, whatever your symptoms are. And then see if you can breathe through the nose from the diaphragm. Slowly. So you're inviting the breath to slow down. And you're breathing a bit lower down, very gently into the tummy. So we're coming out of any pattern of hyperventilation. If you want to leave your hands where they are, do. If you want to drop them back to your knees, it's also fine. And then see if you can think about something that makes you feel safe. So I always invite you to think about a safe resource. And so this might be the idea of a pet or a loved one, or something in nature, a place in nature. So I can give you suggestions like a tree, or the idea of a mountain, or a garden, or you might have something yourself. You might have a friend, or some scripture even that supports you. So whenever you feel overwhelmed, just bring your mind back to the idea of this safe resource. And then we're going to cross our hands over our heart, so hands to opposite shoulder. And then we're just going to rock ourselves very slowly from side to side. Because again, with science, we know that rocking helps to soothe the nervous system. So just rock, and you can experiment. You can rock fast or soft. Anytime you find this too much, you stop. And then come back to center. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to open the arms wide, and we're going to bring the hand to the heart as we chant, optional chant, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So inhale, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If you'd rather chant peace, that's fine too. Inhale, open wide. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Do that twice more in your own breathing rhythm, taking an extra breath if you need, in your own pitch. Just feeling the power of the mantra of peace. Drop your hands to your knees when you've finished. And just see if you can drop into the space after the exhalation. That quiet place of peace. Before the breath naturally rises again. And again, just check in with your body. How am I emotionally, physically, mentally? Can I allow everything to be as it is? Even if I'm anxious or fatigued, can I allow that so I'm not resisting it? But can I know that I am here in this moment with our community and all is okay now? I am okay. And then when you are ready, and if you would like, I'd like to invite you to come down to a comfortable lying position. So this might be on your back, how we classically lie in Shavasana in yoga, or it can be on your side. You can remain seated, you can even lie on your back if you have any breathing difficulties. I suggest if you're on your back, you start with something under your head to help the neck to lengthen, and start with the knees bent. And if that's tiring in any way, just bring the knees together, have the feet about hip width apart, and then think about where you want to place your arms. So classically, we have space under the armpit, Arms a comfortable distance away from the body, palms up. But you might find it more comforting to have your palms on your belly or your palms down. And if you're okay with it, have your eyes closed. And just feel on every exhalation that you're letting go into the support beneath you. Be aware of the earth holding you under the soles of the feet, the weight of the head, the shoulder blades, the buttocks, just being held by the earth. And visualize roots going down from the soles of the feet down into the earth. And as you breathe in, breathe up through those roots into the feet and the body, feeling support and nourishment. And as you breathe out, breathe down through those roots in the feet, letting the earth take away any anxiousness or fear. And feel yourself in your body, as safe as you can be now in this moment. And if at any time you wish to, you can just bring your focus to your safe resource. And then very, very slowly roll your head from side to side. And then centering your head. If you like, you can stretch out the legs slowly. If you don't have any back issues, stretching out one heel then the other. And having a comfortable distance between the feet, because this helps the lower back to relax. And again, just ask yourself, how am I? Allowing everything to be as it is. Again, focusing on a longer exhalation and the pause after the exhalation. And then we're just going to take a moment to explore our five senses. So we start by exploring our hearing. Can you hear anything in your space? And perhaps you can't, or perhaps you can hear your breathing. So just be aware of your sense of hearing. And now be aware of your sense of your sight. So you might like to open your eyes for this. And just slowly roll your eyes. Going clockwise twice, then anti-clockwise twice. Just being aware of what is in your vision. And then closing your eyes. And then bring your awareness to your sense of smell and taste. And perhaps that's neutral. Just be aware if there is any smell or taste in the mouth. And then think about the sensation of touch. Can you feel your clothes against your skin? The texture under your arms or your feet? And then release that now. I'm going to give you a breathing practice. So I'd like you to breathe in comfortably. So if any of this doesn't feel right, you just breathe normally. But if you're okay with this, I'd like you to breathe in for your comfortable count of 4, and then hold for 1, and then breathe out for 6, and hold the out breath, pause after the out breath for 2. Breathe in for 4, hold for 1, breathe out for 6, and hold for 2. So just go with that comfortably, coming back to your comfortable rhythm of breathing if you need to let that go. But this is a very deeply relaxing breath. Release the breath now, come back to normal breathing. Just take a moment or two to observe if that breathing rhythm has affected you and any changes, however subtle. And then we're going to do another breathing practice from lying. So I'd like you to take 2 sniffs through your nose on the in-breath and then sigh the breath out. So it's sniff, sniff, sigh. To do that 3 to 5 times and then return to your normal breathing rhythm. Again, just observe how you are and observe the space between your thoughts. And also going to give you a reflective observation, which is observe how your thoughts are always changing. Your thoughts and feelings are changing. So therefore, how real are they? So is it true to say that the only truth is your own presence here in this present moment? And then when you're ready, we're going to do a very little bit of movement before we come down to our Yoga Nidra practice. So bring the feet together and then bring one knee, then the other over the belly. And just rock out the spine from side to side. Again, just remembering how beneficial rocking is to our nervous system. And then leaving the knees over the belly, we're going to drop the palms down beside us, down to the hips. We're going to take an in-breath and very gently lift the right leg. You can keep it bent. You don't have to lift it too high. On the exhalation, you bend the knee back in. And then we do that on the left. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. And if that's enough for you, rest out. Otherwise, do that once or twice more on each side. But always listen to your body and work compassionately to how you are feeling. The first principle in yoga is called ahimsa. That's non-violence. And that starts with how we treat ourselves. So we treat ourselves kindly. We listen in with awareness and we treat ourselves kindly. And then we're going to take one hand to each knee, holding around the knees or below or under the knees. And we're going to chant the knees in and out in a movement known as Apanasana. So we're going to inhale and the elbows straighten as the knees come away from us. And then we're going to chant them in using the chant Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take an extra breath if you need to. Your own breathing rhythm, your own pitch. Inhaling, the knees move away. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Do that once or twice more in your own breathing rhythm. Remember, you don't have to chant, or you can even chant in English. You can chant peace, peace, peace. And then when you're ready, just drop the feet to the floor so the knees are bent. Take the arms out beside you like a cross, slightly below shoulder level. And just pause here, just to let everything recalibrate, come back into your body, come back to this moment. Just take some restorative breaths. And then if you would like, I'm going to invite you to twist from side to side, working with breathing rhythm. So we take an in-breath where we're at. And then as we exhale, we take the knees towards the left, rolling the head to look over the right shoulder. The knees don't have to come all the way down. Inhaling, center the knees and the head. Exhaling, knees go in the opposite direction to the right, looking over the left shoulder, keeping the shoulders aligned. Inhale and center. And just do that a few times, going from side to side slowly with the breath. So you go down on the exhalation and you center on the inhalation, keeping the movement slow and smooth. Next time you come to the left, knees to the left, head to the right, just stay there and rest for a few breaths. If you need to put a cushion or any support under your knees, please do so. And let your awareness drift into your back, just observing how your back is, where you're touching your support, where there are spaces. And see if on every exhalation, you can just relax a little further into the posture. And then when you're ready, inhale, center the knees, center the head. Take a few resting breaths here. And then on an exhalation, we're going to come into the opposite direction. So the knees come to the right, the head rolls to look over the left shoulder. Again, use support if you need to. And just observe if your back is different on this side. But be curious about this, so we're not judging anything, just observing. And again, feel yourself releasing deeper and deeper into the posture on the out breath. When you are ready, inhale, center the knees, and bring the head back to center. Take one knee, then the other over the belly. And just to neutralize the spine, rock out the spine from side to side. And then when you're ready, just rock to one side. So you're resting on one side. And then you can either stay resting on your side, or if you would like, you can come up to all fours. Just going to do some very gentle movement into cats before we come down for our Yoga Nidra. So if you'd like to do some movement into cats, come into a tabletop position. Think about your hands being under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. But if that's too strong on your arms, you might like to just take the hands slightly forward. Just bring the weight over the hips rather than have anything too strong on the wrists. And you can, of course, place padding under the knees or under the wrists. And then take a moment or two just to think about lengthening between the crown of the head and the tailbone. We're just going to start with some gentle circles of the pelvis. So try and isolate the pelvis so it's only the pelvis that's circling rather than the torso. You can make your circles slow or fast, big or small. Take them in one direction, then the other direction. Come back to center. And then inhale, lift the heart. Don't take the head back too much. It's just the heart we're lifting. As we exhale, take the navel to the spine and arch the spine. So it's a lovely movement of the spine. Inhaling, lift the heart. Just getting some mobility into our spine. Exhale and arch. Just a few more movements like that in your own breathing rhythm. If we're ill and tired, often we lose our flexibility. We become quite still. So it's really good just to move the body very gently, just to help our health, but not doing anything too much that might trigger any post-exertion malaise. So this is very gentle, but as always, listen to your body. So rest when you need to. And then come back to a neutral cat posture. And then when you are ready, come down to your comfortable lying position, ready for Yoga Nidra. So if you need to, you can use eye mask, blankets, cushions under your head, under your knees, something to keep you warm. You can lie on a bed or on a sofa. whatever makes you comfortable. And I'm just going to turn my camera off for 20 minutes or so while we do the Yoga Nidra practice. And I'd just like to remind you, because Yoga Nidra is a very deep form of relaxation, it's very, very nourishing and healing for the body. But if at any time it's too much for you, just bring your focus to your comfortable, safe resource that we looked at the beginning of the practice, or open your eyes and rub your hands together. But hopefully you will be able to enjoy a deep relaxation. So just make any final adjustments you need to, because it is helpful to keep as still as you're able to when we do Yoga Nidra. But obviously, if you're uncomfortable, it is fine to move. So just become aware of your body again, relaxing yourself completely, becoming physically calm and steady. Feel that the legs are relaxed, the body, the head, the arms and the hands. Develop awareness of your body from head to toe. And say in your mind, peace. Complete awareness of your whole body. Say to yourself again, peace. Or you might like to say, I am peace. Relax your whole body mentally. Relax yourself by breathing normally. And if it's comfortable for you, become aware of the out breath. Awareness of your natural breath. Comfortably, no forcing. Yoga Nidra begins now. Now, if you have a resolution, a sankalpa, you might like to make it now. Repeat it 3 times mentally with feeling and awareness. We're going to start with rotation of consciousness, bringing awareness to the parts of your body as I name them. The consciousness should move around the body, just following my voice and the sensation of your body. As you move through your body, it changes into prana, the vital energy, in the form of a current of energy. So don't concentrate on any one part, just let your mind flow from one part to the next. So we start with the right hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm, back of the hand, the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, right thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, the right toes, big toe, second, third, fourth, little toe. Now to the left hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, left thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole, top of the foot, left toes, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, fifth, top of the right foot, sole, heel, ankle, calf muscle, kneecap, thigh, hip, waist, armpit, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, right thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth. Become aware of the left toes, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, little toe, top of the foot, sole, heel, ankle, calf muscle, kneecap, thigh, hip, waist, armpit, shoulder, upper arm, elbow, upper arm, lower arm, wrist, back of the hand, palm of the hand, left thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth. Go to the back of the body. Go to the back of the head where it touches your support. Back of the head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, whole spine, right hip, left hip, right buttock, left buttock, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, right ankle, left ankle, right heel, left heel, right ankle, left ankle, right calf muscle, left calf muscle, back of the right knee, back of the left knee, back of the right thigh, back of the left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, right hip, left hip, whole spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the head. Go to the front of the body, top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrow. Right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, right thigh, left thigh, right knee, left knee, right toes, left toes. Now the major parts of the body, the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, both legs together, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, both arms together, whole of the back together, whole of the front together, whole of the head together, the whole body, the whole body, whole body. Visualize the whole body. Intensify your awareness, the whole body, whole body, whole body. Become aware of the meeting points between your body and your support. Feel the meeting points between your body and your support. Feel your support holding you safely like a baby in arms. Now be aware of your body as if you were seeing it from the outside. Look on your body as an object. Your head, your clothes, your whole body from top to bottom, lying relaxed. Bring your attention to the natural quiet breath. Become aware of the breath through the nostrils. The natural breath flows through both nostrils and meets at the top of the nose to form a triangle. The spontaneous breath enters through the nostrils, moving upwards and draws together to form a triangle with its point in the eyebrow center. Be aware of the breath passing through both nostrils. Become aware of both breaths separately and simultaneously. Think of the breath starting separately from a distance, drawing near and uniting in the eyebrow center. Think of the breath starting separately from a distance, drawing near and uniting in the eyebrow center. Now concentrate on each breath and see if you can feel the temperature. Move back and forth and compare the temperatures. In yoga, we say the left nostril breath is Ida, moon, and the right is Pingala, the sun. Ida, the left breath, the left nostril, is Kula. Pingala, the right nostril, is warmer. Continue your awareness of breathing, but imagine you are now breathing through alternate nostrils, in through one nostril and out through the other, in through the other and out through the first, up and down the sides of the triangle, breathing with full attention. Leave your breathing now and awaken the experience of heaviness in the whole body. Become aware of heaviness in each part of the body, toes, heels, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, buttocks, back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, arms, palms, head, eyelids, the whole body heavy, whole body heavy, whole body heavy and safe in this moment. Experience this feeling of heaviness, safety in the whole body. Now manifest an experience of lightness in your body, as if you were a cloud floating. The whole head light, shoulders, palms, back, chest, abdomen, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes. Experience a feeling of lightness in the whole body from top to toe. The lightness of the body can be developed by being aware of the meeting points between the body and your support, point by point or as a whole. Concentrate on the area of meeting points and gradually experience lightness, as if you could float upwards. You are so light, could float like a cloud, drifting back and forth. Leave the feeling of lightness. And now try to experience a feeling of pleasure, any pleasure. Concentrate and remember the feeling of pleasure. It may be according to your sense of touch, smell, taste, hearing or sight, any kind of mental pleasure. Recall that pleasure and develop it into an intense state of joy. Now, ask yourself, what am I thinking? Do not think, but become aware of the spontaneous thought process. Become a witness. Do not suppress anything. Just witness your thoughts and ask yourself again, what am I thinking, without becoming involved. Just maintain awareness of any thought that is passing through your consciousness. Remember the resolve you made at the beginning of your practice, if you have one. If you have one, now remember your resolve and repeat it 3 times mentally with feeling and awareness. Now relax all effort and bring your awareness to your natural breath, flowing in and out of the nostrils. Maintain your awareness of the breath and develop awareness of physical relaxation. Awareness of physical relaxation and of your physical existence. Just become aware of the physicality of your body. Develop awareness of your body, visualizing your body lying on your support. With your eyes closed, just take your mind outside and visualize your surrounding room, letting your mind become external. Just lying quietly until your attention is completely external. If you wish to remain resting, you may do so. Otherwise, just start very gently and slowly to moving parts of your body and stretching yourself, just taking your time. When you are feeling that you are awake enough, just roll to one side and stay there for a moment or two. As I said before, the invitation is to remain resting if you wish. Otherwise, when you are ready, slowly allow yourself to come up to a comfortable sitting position. And just take some time, even when we finish the class, give yourself time before you go about any daily activities to come to, but just to allow yourself to come to. Start by just looking around your space at your furniture, your objects, the ceiling, corners of the room. And a tip that my teacher, Carl Stubb, always uses is to clap the hands. He claps the hands. I'm not going to do it loudly here because it might explode in your ears, but clap the hands loudly just to change the energy. And then rub the hands together. Palm the eyes. So fingertips into the hairline and open and close the eyes a few times into the darkness of the palms. And slowly, slowly spread the fingers and allow the fingers to come down. And then we can just do some tapping on the body. Again, just to help ourselves to wake up a little bit more. And then when you're ready, drop your hands to your knees. And then just really think about being in your body in the present moment. So very much, the theme of our practice has been about overcoming fear and anxiety. And I said at the beginning that the best way for that is to become very present in this moment, because fear is always future orientated. So just allow yourself to come into your body. Feel yourself here now, grounded. And we're just going to close with some chanting. I very often use the chant Shanti because it's also the chant of the root chakra. It's said to be a very nourishing chant, and of course it's about peace. So we're going to do this to our heart. So one hand to the heart, the other on top. Close your eyes, drop your awareness to your heart. We're just going to chant very gently like a lullaby together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So please join in with me if you would like. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feeling that peace from the mantra, and remembering that when we can encourage and maintain peace in us, our vibration does actually have an effect on the wider world. When you're ready, please open your eyes. We've run 5 minutes over, which I hope is okay. So please bring your hands together and I say namaste, the divine in me greets the divine that's in you. And I wish you a peaceful, calm, joyful week. So thank you for being here. And I look forward to being with you whenever you can make it. So thank you all very much. Lots of love, everybody. Thank you.